What is going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Clocking Out. In all honesty, I don't even know if I'm going to make this an episode. I'm literally just trying to give people the opportunity to come in and participate so that they can claim this week's POAP. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everyone's having a great week. We are streaming tonight on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Please make sure that you are following, that you are subscribed. Also, please make sure if you have participated at all throughout this week and joined any of our live streams that you went to clockingout.net and filled out the form so that you can qualify to claim this week's POAP. This month, we will be giving one POAP out each week. And we will be doing a giveaway and raffle at the end of this month. And the only way that you can participate is if you have a POAP pertaining to any of that month's live streams or podcast episodes. The way that we're doing it is all you have to do is join the live stream, come kick it with us in the chat, or you can interact with any any of the posts related to the podcast of that week in order to claim that week's POAP. But you must always go to clockingout.net and fill out the POAP form in order to qualify. The form gives us all the proper information so that we can send to everyone their actual wallets. We've been having a lot of issues with spam bots and everything jumping in, trying to get it. I really still don't understand how people have the time to do all that, but they do. And so this is just making sure that the right people get in it and can claim their POAPs for this week. So I just wanted to get on here and give people the opportunity to participate, come in and join, interact, and we could get things kicked. Okay, hold on. I got the chat over here. Let me switch that. I got all these neon colors and everything, and it's making me look mad crazy. Like the colors are like, and I got my glasses on. I forgot to take them off, but whatever. We're just rolling with it. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is, right? We're keeping it light tonight. Just tapping in with all y'all. I'm gonna go over some updates. I'm gonna show some love to a few people that I've been seeing on social media doing a few things that I think is just pretty dope and interesting, and I like to shed some light on. I'm gonna give everybody a shot this week. I really feel like I saw a lot of people asking questions about it, so I figured if I just got on a live stream, created some content, and put it out there, that I'd give people the opportunity to participate and really get into it. I really have some dope stuff I want to give people, but the only way that I could give the really dope stuff away is that if we have more people participate. The more followers, subscribers that participate in each week's live stream, you don't have to go every day, but literally, like, the more that you participate, the better, whether it's interacting in the chat and during a live stream, interacting in the comments, with any post that is related to that week's podcast episodes or live streams, you'll be able to qualify for that week's POAP. All right. So I try to make it as easy as possible, but I see that a lot of people, they ask to want to join the live stream and ask me when I go live. So I was a little late today, but we're here. Thank you. I appreciate everyone that's showing love and support. I'm trying to figure out, I wish there was a way to combine the chats so that everybody could see it, because sometimes it just bothers me. Like, I can see them all at once, but then what I don't like is that when I answer one person, it looks, everyone else that can't see the conversation is like, so I try my best to like put you guys involved as I'm live streaming. But anyway, all right, so if you're here, tap in something in the chat, say anything, whatever. And also make sure, again, clockingout.net, go to clockingout.net, fill out the form. It's real simple, some basic information. If you do not have a crypto wallet, do not worry. You can also use your email as a temporary wallet so that you can claim the POAP and you'll still use it. It's just used to identify who's who and what, and we'll be able to send you we'll be able to send the POAP directly to you. So in the, I feel like the freaking background music is so loud and they're going to hit me with a copyright strike. in the website, you'll see all the instructions, all the information. The information that we're asking for is just basic stuff. You don't necessarily need to give us your exact name. You can give us a nickname or whatever you'd like to go by on social media. Please give us accurate social media accounts that we can go and follow and check up on in case, because I'm trying to find a way to keep in contact with all of you without asking for personal information, such as like cell phone numbers or anything like that. So social media is the best way. You know, if you guys don't want to be a part of it, you can unfollow, block. I'm never going to send you any spam stuff. I'm not into any of that, so don't worry about it. So it's basically just to have a way to connect with you in case you do happen to win any of the giveaways, or I got to give you a POAP or anything like that. There's a proper way to connect with you. There's a proper way to contact you. We have all the right information. And again, we've just been having a lot of issues with bots lately, especially on Shopify. Shopify had to make it a little bit more, not complicated, but more of a process for people to be able to make an account on the website so that they could purchase some merch, because I started getting hit with a lot of people, a lot of fake accounts for whatever reason, jumping on, buying, clocking out merch, and also wanting to claim. So like, it was weird. I don't know, but it would be weird things like they'd be, the IP addresses for the orders would be from like the Philippines or some shit like that, or like El Salvador, and then the address would be to deliver it to Florida, and then the billing would be different. Like, so it was little things like that again, I'm just saying it for anybody else who's looking to get into it, who's making their website and stuff. That's a red flag. That's stuff that is potential chargebacks, so just keep an eye on that. But again, things like that, things like people wanting to claim POAPs that are just bots for whatever reason. Either they don't want to use it, or they're trying to manipulate things or take advantage of certain things. And it's really obvious. You can tell it's a lot of robotic stuff, especially if you're someone who has experience with AI and you've messed around with ChatGPT or Gemini or anything like that. Dolly, or I hope is it called Dolly? I don't even know. The image creator, Sora. Is it Sora or Sahara? I don't know. The video maker thing. All those things. Like, if you've even played around with it once or seen a couple videos, it's pretty easy to spot fake CGI or AI generated videos or conversations and things like that. So things like that stand out when I see certain people. Like, I'll ask certain things, or if I put up certain tasks that I see that can't really be automated, that you actually have to put some effort into it, and I see there's too much repetitive stuff or questioning in certain ways that people are answering things, that helps me out. So I'm trying my best to sort that out, because I really want to be in a position where I have enough information with people, or I have enough contact information of people, that if I wanted to, I could just send you something randomly, just because. You know, it doesn't even need to be a raffle, a giveaway, or nothing. It could just be it's your birthday, or, you know, I see it's something that could brighten your day, or maybe I have something that you're missing that could complete your collection, and I just want to, you know. But it's little things like that that I would like to try and do. And I feel like it makes it easier and more possible if I just have, you know, the people who are in the community and are interested information to just contact them. Who was it that told me I keep forgetting I'm horrible with names. Okay, how about we get out of that and we get into the proper account? It was Dylan. Dylan was giving me the idea and talking to me how I should start like a group chat type thing. I thought of it. I thought of doing it like on X or on Instagram or something like that. But I also have been on the other side of that. And in all honesty, it gets annoying. I know it wouldn't be, because the community size right now is pretty small and decent, but it's building up. But the thing that I don't like is that when you start those group chat things, a lot of people tend to get annoyed and bothered, and that can lead to either muting or getting out of the conversation, which would defeat the purpose, or blocking and muting the account, which I really don't want either. So it's like I've thought of a lot of things. I've also thought of doing a Discord. I see a lot of people do the emailing list, or I forget what it's called. Not an email list, a newsletter or something like that. And I was thinking of something along those terms, but I just want to find a way to create something that's going to make people not only interact with me, but each other in a better way. So that's just something I've been playing around with. Again, it's something that I would like to incorporate into the website. The website, I have it set up where people can actually make a profile. You can make a profile on the website if you like, or you can just enter the website to make a purchase or show some love or support, or even just get some information as a guest. It's not a problem. But basically everything that I'm doing, I have it set up in a way because I've been on the other end of it, in the sense of whether it's participating in giveaways or wanting to show love and support to a creator or someone that I see is trying to put some effort into something and I believe in it. But what I really want to do is just make sure that everyone has an opportunity to participate, whether you're a paid subscriber or whether you're a free subscriber, whether you only join one live stream or whether you're on all the time, or whether you get what I'm saying. But I want it to make sense. So people that can only show up once or can do only certain temporary things, you'll get a POAP, but it's going to be a certain tier. And then there's going to be other people who, of course, if they interact more and they it's a, the more you put in, the more you get out type of situation that I'm trying to make, and it's only because, again, I feel like one, it makes sense. And two, it'll help balance things out a little bit where I won't really stress out, where if I feel like I'm doing too much, it's like the only way you'll be able to claim and this is happening is if you're actually putting in the work. And if you are, why not? You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to put it in a way of accountability and making sure that I have a peer pressure system to make sure keep moving forward. But yeah, so that's as far as that when it comes to the POAPs and everything. But other than that, as far as the giveaways, I want to do one every month. If we have more people, maybe we'll do more every month. But at the end of the month, and the only reason I want to do it at the end of the month and not weekly, one, it helps me out because it won't be too crazy and hectic. Two, it gives more people the opportunity to claim. And three, I feel, again, the more people that participate, the bigger I can make the prizes, right? Again, it's the tier 1 or the first wave that I'm doing is free, but I also have it set up that if you do make a purchase on clockingout.net of any of our merchandise, you do get a POAP. There's the V1 line that we have. Then if you go on it, we also have the Proud to Pay line. That's a little bit more expensive, but of course the quality is a lot better and the designs are a little more, creative. And then we also have the Above Average line, which is part of the Proud to Pay line, which is another line that I'm going to be branching out more on, and another name that I'm going to be creative with when it comes to videos and things that I've been toying around with. Just wanted to drop that out there. But everything has a purpose. So basically all the profit that is made goes into feeding back into Clocking Out, which is going to go into supporting other independent artists, from guest speakers and other people that we feel like just need a little bit of boost or maybe a spotlight on what they're doing. We like to focus on the underdog. We like to focus on the people who are putting in the work, who actually show they have passion for what they're doing and what they believe in. And we feel like a lot of people go overlooked or don't get the credit that they deserve just because they don't have the proper attention, or because the algorithm is just, a little funky at times. So I figured if I could help shed some light on it, why not? So I like to try to make things interesting at the same time and give back to those who are showing love and support, who are joining, who are making things happen, who are keeping things moving forward. So the giveaway that I'm going to be doing this month, I haven't said it yet. I'm going to do it based upon who I see is participating, right? Based on a lot of information that I get from you guys, from your profiles. I'm also might change it to give you guys options to tell me more like what you like and what you're into. And make the prizes related to that. Right now, it's pretty, I guess, predictable what a lot of you might want, because a good majority of the people who have been participating are from the VeeFriends community. So I'm gonna make this month's giveaway prize a VeeFriends related item. Unless I see that more people participate and it leans to something else, I'll change it. Sorry. By the way, the reason I was late is I was eating some pizza. I had to eat. I was already running late, but I grabbed some food and I added in the time of me having to stop and eat. So that's why I put up that I was going to be a little late. So my bad on that. But I'm literally just trying to drag out time right now to give people the opportunity. I know I'm late, but we're at least like we're about to be 20 minutes in. We're 17 minutes in right now. What else did I want to talk about? I want to make sure that I give people the opportunity to watch this or listen to this and get some info. I don't think I'm going to turn this into a podcast episode, in all honesty. I think I'm just going to leave this as a stream and then clip it just to give some people some information. So I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everyone's having a great week. Since Monday, a lot of things have been going on behind the scenes. I keep getting caught up and I guess distracted, but in a good way, where I'm in the middle of doing some edits or creating some stuff, and I learn something new, and then I start playing around with that and the idea of it. And of course, it's not perfect because it's something new. I'm still, trying it out. But then the possibilities start rolling through my head, and I start going crazy with thinking of the future and what I could do and what would be dope and cool ideas and blah, blah, blah. All right. And then I fucking just, it keeps going, and it gets fucking annoying because I don't have one fucking thing to focus on. I'm all over the place. Right. And that's what kind of fucks it up. But in that whole thing, I realized that I was doing things wrong. One, I realized the whole 30-day stream thing wasn't going to work because of my scheduling. What I was trying to do out of all this, in other words, to get more money and try to like connect and do other things. And a lot of that has to do with me moving up and down and going from here to there. And it's going to be a lot of time consuming things that keeping dedicated to the schedule of doing 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time of a live stream, but then also trying to, as soon as I get out of work, I only have like at least an hour or so. Like it's a lot of stuff. So analyzing all that, I realized that it's a dope idea, yeah, but I had to be realistic in the sense that it was gonna do more harm than good. So I cut the shit. I was like, you know what? I got to stop. I got to go back to the original format that I was going to do, which is 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and do it that way. And it'll work. Next week is actually going to be different. Next week, I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, I won't be live streaming. I won't be doing anything on social media. I'm trying to dedicate the day to my daughter and her mother. Me and her mother co-parent, and we got tickets for our daughter to go to Tyler, the Creator, right? Our daughter's a huge Tyler, the Creator fan, and we got her these tickets back it was a Christmas gift, so we're going to be taking her to that. And I just want to make sure that I give her the proper attention and time, my daughter, for that day. And the reason I say it like that is because, again, it relates to what's going on. I feel like I got way distracted before on too many wrong things as far as the podcast content and all that. And since Monday, like the more and more I've been spending time editing, I started noticing things, and it just made me think. And from learning new things that I know it's possible to do with the new things that I've learned, the apps, technology, and whether it's Chat GPT, whether it's Gemini, whether it's Sora, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, Sahara, whatever it's called, or any of these AI generative things, whether it's images, whether it's text, whether it's video, sound, whatever. I was thinking of all that, and then at first all I could think about were the possibilities of what I could do to gain followers and get more attention and build this and make this bigger and better. But then at the same time, in the middle of that, I kind of lost sight of like, okay, I'm really not spending time like I'm supposed to with my kids because I'm too focused on this. Like, they'll be here, but I'll be on the computer and they'll be like on their devices and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to make that like a norm. I started thinking about like my girlfriend. I need to make sure I spend time with her just like I do with my family or with my friends, or making sure I have enough time to rest so I'm good for work. And all these things came all at once, and then like I felt all the ideas that I had started crumbling because I realized, bro, reality is going to smack you in the face. You totally forgot that you have other things. Like, you can't balance all these things. It would be nice if all you could focus on is this, but life is life. You know what I'm saying? So I took the time to really start thinking about all that, and instead I started trying to figure out a way that I could take advantage of all these things to help me have more time for the other stuff. So I've been playing around with it. That's where all these ideas started coming from. And I actually tried to put it in an organized way that'll make sense, but also is beneficial to anyone who takes part and participates. Again, I've been on the other side. I know what it's like to be a supporter, a follower, a part of the community, and all that stuff like that. And a lot of things can get frustrating sometimes. So I want to make sure there's no excuse. I'm trying to make it as very easy and simple, not only for myself, but for anyone who wants to join in. And the point, the goal, and the purpose is pure. Like, I'm really trying my best to create something that I know is beneficial to any independent artist, any independent business owner, any creator, whatever it is. I know that it's something that's beneficial and that people can take advantage of. And I just need to put in the work to put the content out there, to get the idea out there, put my face out there, let my idea be heard. And, if no one knows about it, what the fuck are you gonna do? And so since Monday, I came up with a plan. I started testing out a bunch of stuff. I've been playing around with so much content. I've put out here and there a few things. If you go to Clocking Out Podcast at Instagram, you'll see a bunch of little like videos I was playing around with AI stuff, with Clockhead designs. Clockhead is the Clocking Out Podcast mascot. If you don't know, it's literally an alarm clock with the arms and feet, and he's normally holding a bag of money. But I've played around with a few ideas of that and made a realistic version of Clockhead in many different ways. And, just seeing all those possibilities, I see things that I could take advantage of, not only just for myself, but maybe for guest speakers that come on and, just a lot of different things. So with being more creative, I'm getting more hyped up I started reaching out to more people, which is leading to the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is next week. Next week, we are going to have, let's see, what do I have all the fucking details? Oh, right here. So next week, we're going to have it's going to be pretty packed, honestly. I'm working on, there's one more person that I'm waiting to see if we're going to confirm for Monday. But if so, I literally have all week booked. All right. So Monday's a potential guest speaker. I won't get into that just yet because he actually does have a very good topic that we've just been talking personally one-on-one on. And he just brought it up that he thinks it, oh God, every time I put it at an angle, it does that sound. I do not like it. He's just been talking in the conversations that we have through text messages or DMs on social about certain topics that would make a great conversation to have. And so he's brought it up a few times, like, yo, we should do it. So, it's just been a thing of scheduling, making sure that we both have the time. And so I'm waiting to get a confirmation from him. We're gonna reconnect this weekend and see what happens. If so, we're gonna have a guest speaker on Monday with a very interesting topic. I hope you guys can come and join us. I don't want to give too much away. That's also going to be related to the POAP that I'm going to give next week. Then we have on. Wait, hold on. No. Hold on. Did I mess up the scheduling? No, yeah, that's Tuesday. Okay. Why does it say Monday? Monday's not the 15th. All right, so Monday the 14th, we might have a potential guest speaker, and we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic that is related to NFTs and blockchain. So make sure that you come and join us if we do. If not, I'll let you know when the rescheduling of that is going to be. But then on Tuesday, July 15th, we have a live stream with Jacko. He's actually been on the live stream before, but we're gonna kick it with him again. We got some new stuff to talk about. Has a new podcast. He's been making content like crazy. He's always on the gram, always on X. You see him just about as much as you see Ann. Like, let's be real. But Jolly's been doing a bunch of different stuff. He also has a podcast with another co-host. We're gonna see if we can get him involved also. Maybe not for that stream. Maybe he will be. Who knows? If he's available, I'd love to have him join. But if not, we're also going to have, I like to try to set something up with him and his co-host and talk about their podcast and what they've been working on. And then on Wednesday, looking at the calendar, we have a live stream with a guest speaker, Arrange D. Now, that's just like his social name. That's what he's going by. Maybe that day he'll give us some more information to call him something else. But we have him coming on. He is a comic book artist. He's very talented. Go and check him out on Instagram. Again, it's Arrange D. That's it's at Instagram. I'll make sure that I share something on the stories or whatever in a little bit so you guys can check it out. Also, Jolly Jacko as well. And yeah, just come kick with us, man. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different things. These are people that I've been having conversations with for quite a while, especially with Jolly, man. I'm always talking to him through text. We're always talking through DMs, where they're sharing thoughts, ideas, how we're doing, and potential projects that we would like to put out there and things that we just have bubbling in our heads. And, sometimes it's just good to get your ideas out there. Steven is actually the other guest speaker. I hope he doesn't mind if I leak it out there before it's approved. I don't want no pressure, Steven. But Steven is the other person that I wanted to have as a guest speaker on Monday. We've been talking about a few different things, something that he's been doing himself, which I think is really dope and interesting also, but I'll leave it up to him if he wants to share it with you guys on Monday. Again, blockchain related. So we have a pretty crazy week next week. And I'm trying my best to make sure it's organized and all set up because, again, Friday, I got that Tyler, the Creator concert to go to with my daughter. And I just want to make sure that my head is clear and everything is in order so I can just make sure that that day is fully dedicated to my baby girl, making sure that I'm fully alert because I hear those concerts be a little crazy. You know what I mean? I'm older now, so I don't know how these little Thundercats are going to be. And I got to make sure I'm prepared. My head is going to be on a swivel as much as it can be with my freaking herniated. I'm old. I need some Bengay and some Vicks. Anyway, I also want to give a shout out to iBenKind, right? BenKind. I'm like yelling my ass off. My bad. BenKind. I'm going to have to do some major editing to these vocals later. BenKind he's always, so whether it's DMs, whether it's text message, whether it's his posts, emails, even through his artwork, he's so positive, so supportive, so motivational, and just downright an amazing person. He posted up, it was yesterday, he posted up a video for the next person I want to give a shout out to, who's SaugyWaffles, right? We know, everyone knows him as Saugy. But before we get to him, I wanted, Ben made a video that it was short, but it was so fucking funny. I'm gonna try to clip the video and put it somewhere. Just thinking about it makes me laugh, but it's hilarious because these guys, like, they got to know each other through the community, and it's just dope to see the way they interact with each other. I'm joking. And he just, the video he did, he was wearing, like, you know, because Saugy has this thing where, like, every day, and it's like, it's just become his thing. He wears a V Friends hat, and he goes, it's day cajillion of me wearing a V Friends hat, and, you know, and then he has like a thing that he does, but that's like his line, that's his thing, right? So Ben did one, he's wearing two hats, and it's like makeshift beard. That looks like it was made from like a bottom of a broomstick or something. And he's like, day one of never doing this shit ever again. And I was just fucking dying. But anyway, I mean, I know people are probably listening or watching this like, what the fuck is this? Not funny. But I guess you just gotta know them enough to understand it. But it's shit like that just, it was fucking hilarious. And it made my day. And it just reminded me, like, yo, like, you meet some amazing fucking people through these apps. Like, who would have thought? Like, when you're younger, you think, yeah, I'm gonna go and put out some stuff. Someone's gonna watch it. I'm gonna get some views and some comments and some likes. Or maybe I might talk to someone I like and it might lead to a relationship or something. Or maybe I might, you know what I mean? Like, find someone who's hiring but I don't ever really think that anyone would have thought of making communities through these social media platforms to the point that you have people saying happy birthday and dressing up like you and making video. Like, I just think I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me because I'm weird and I think of things like that. But I love it. But anyway, shout out to you, Ben, for that. That was fucking hilarious. You made my day. Shout out to Saugy. I hope you had a great birthday, bro. Saugy's birthday was yesterday. And also give another shout out to the man who's always working out on the daily, who makes me disappointed that I'm not working out as much as him, who looks like he just every day wakes up and just eats freaking protein and lifts from the very second he gets out of bed. Bro Fit. Bro Fit, shout out to you, bro. And a happy birthday to you. Your birthday's today, July 11th. I hope you had a great birthday. I hope you spent it with family, friends, and loved ones. I see that you're always working out. I mean, I even seen that you were streaming. I don't know if it was all day, but a few times I looked and you were streaming and you were working out. And what's dope is that I see you got people showing up to the crib to work out with you now even more. I don't know if it's the same people, but I've been watching the streams while it's on X, and I see that you got like one day was one other person, another day you had two other people up in there. And I remember when we did a live stream too, you mentioned, I was like, yo, it's a small gym, but we'll make it work. And you made it work, bro. And I'm happy for you, man. I'm really happy for you. You got people going over there to work out with you at your home gym. You have an amazing gym, by the way, also. That's an amazing, it's really impressive. I kept thinking about like, damn, bro, like when you really watch the videos and you look at it, you would think it's like green screen or something, but nope, he really owns all those weights and the padding on the floor and the bed, like all that. That's all his. It's all real. It's there. Even the beautiful backyard that with the sliding door and all. I remember I'd be watching all that, but all that's real. I thought it was green screen at some point. I'm not even gonna lie. And then I saw him walk through the door and go through the backyard, and I was like, holy shit, this motherfucker got a nice house. But anyway, I'm going to be ending the stream soon. I hope everyone had an amazing week. Let me see. I want to make sure I got over the basic stuff. So, yes, just a little recap. So, Monday, we're going to be chilling it with Jolly. We're going to be talking about mindset, content creation, and, you know, just staying consistent and just as far as it comes to having a personality of expressing yourself online with people and just being real with yourself. I know that we've been discussing a lot of things like that. Jolly's been sharing a lot of personal content also, but just a lot of content in general, bro. And I find it impressive. The dude is always putting out videos, always doing stuff, always active in the community, reaching out to people, which I think is dope. Tuesday, again, we're going to have why did I say it's not July? Yeah, it's not Monday. Tuesday. Tuesday is Jolly. I wrote all this wrong. My bad, everybody. Tuesday, July 15th is Jolly Jacko. And then Wednesday, July 16th is with Arrange D, the comic book artist. We're going to be diving into storytelling, building characters, and making comics as, you know, indie creatives. Maybe you know what? I really don't know much about his background besides for what I've seen on his Instagram and some of the information that he shared with me, but a lot of the stuff I want to leave for the podcast. And I'm not sure. Maybe he was part of a big company and did some big stuff. Well, you'll have to tune in to find out. But anyway, if you have any questions that you would like to ask them, please, on social media, even on our website, hit us up, drop a line in the comments. Don't matter if you're watching this live, if you're watching the pre-recorded, if you're listening to this podcast or watching this episode. I said I wasn't going to put it on the podcast episode, or maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think this makes for a podcast episode. Nah, this doesn't count. Anyway, wherever you're watching this pre-recorded shit, where these clips, you can comment, send a DM, and you know, any questions you would like to ask them, anything that you're interested in. Maybe you're an inspiring creator yourself or an artist, and maybe you want to do tattoos, or maybe you want to do comic books, or maybe you just want to draw some dope shit. Drop the questions, we'll ask them. You have any questions for Jolly and what he's doing with his podcast, and maybe even some advice questions, drop it. But again, Ben, you are the fucking man. You are so creative. I'm super jealous of you. You always fucking have a bunch of shit to give people. You have a dope ass tattoo shop. You have an amazing family, bro. I fucking, your daughter is so creative. She's funny. She's talented. I didn't like the way she speaks Japanese is crazy because it's like so on point. It feels like she does like the whole, I don't even know how to fucking do it, but she does the whole thing that they do in the fucking animes and shit. She sounds just like those voiceover motherfuckers. Like it's so dope. You can tell that she really cares about it, and like she doesn't slack on the pronunciation and all that. Like it sounds like she was born and raised out there, and it just goes to show how into it she is, and I fucking love it. It's dope. I know she's into the whole anime stuff. I know she's into the whole what is it? Like the lifestyle, the all of that, man. You can just tell she's into it. But from that, your other daughter, your younger daughter, like your whole family, your brother, everyone, it goes to show when you get to see who you are and then you see a little bit of everybody else, it makes sense when you see a video like the one that you did for Saugy. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people would look at you and be like, yo, this dude might fuck me up, with all the tattoos and all that shit like that. And then like, the serious face. And then, but after you get to know you, you see that smile and you see how you are, it shows a lot through the people that you surround yourself with. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be as happy to be like, yeah, that's my dad, or I know who that is. And that's my brother. And like, it's dope. I honestly feel like when you got involved, you brought everybody else in. So thank you, because without that, I wouldn't have gotten to know your brother Whiskey through his content, or your amazing daughter from having her as a guest speaker and what she does with card reading and what she's into and everything. And I just think it's dope, man. It's dope with how basically you have everybody participating in this as a family. I think it's dope how you did that. And Soggy did the same thing. Soggy, happy birthday once again, bro. I know it's a late birthday, but still, I find it dope what you're doing. How you found your own thing with the hats, and like you got your sister involved in the community also, and you got your whole family involved, if I'm not mistaken. You started buying people V-Friend stuff and started giving it to them, and they're like, "What's this?" And they just joined in. So it's like you got Mama Soggy, you got the other waffle, then you got Soggy, like you Soggy, like it's just dope. I think that's dope too. The whole soggy waffle theme that y'all have going on, the whiskey and waffle show, I love that also. Like it's so much things about the community and the specific group of people that just started collaborating and creating together and making it more than just joining and talking to each other in the chat and DM. I think it's just dope the way that you guys did that. Bro Fit, you as well, bro. From opening your doors and welcoming people into your house, you know what I'm saying, and working out and live streaming it, letting us all into your house from your live streams. And you do it every morning, bro. Every morning. Yo, what up, Emma? Thanks for joining us. Every time I see the kick thing, I know it's her. But yeah, so I just think it's dope. The more and more I see it, so it's like it inspires me to want to be in a similar position to be able to do something likewise, you know, open my doors to people and just be more out there. I would like to have that type of connection with people, and I know I can. It's just the whole thing of putting myself out there more. So, all right, guys, we're gonna be closing it up soon. Let's see what we got to do for some final reminders. Today was a short. I've been good. I just went over a few things. It's been a pretty long day. I'm not going to lie, a long week. But just went over a few things creatively, what we're going to be doing for this month. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. If you would like to participate in the giveaway, you just do exactly what you've been doing. You already qualify for this week's POAP. Yeah, I had to go and get a cut. I was looking a little rough. And it's even now, the heat's making my hair look freaking crazy. But so we're gonna be doing giveaways at the end of this month, right? So if you want to participate in any way, make sure you check out clockingOut.net. Go to the website, read the information, fill out the form, and you already qualify. You've been chilling. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is? Also, when a guy gets a haircut, it makes him feel different. I know I'm not the only one that feels that. My throat is so. Whew. I had to turn off the AC and everything. Have that little shitty fan in the back. And I'm like dying over here. Yeah, gotta look fresh. I'm trying my best to look fresh. This episode won't be made. I mean, this live stream is not going to be made into a podcast. I'm just going to clip it and save it out there for the information that we talked about when it comes to the POAPs. So yeah, don't forget, we're going to be live Monday. I'm hoping Steven's free. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to work something out. So Steven on Monday, we got Jolly on Tuesday, and then we got Arrange D on Wednesday. As for Thursday, I'm going to leave it open for something specific I'm thinking about doing. Again, Friday, I'm going to the Tyler, the Creator concert with my daughter. And so I just want to make sure I might record it. I don't know. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see what my daughter wants to do. I might do something like a little vlog video for her, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Again, clockingOut.net. Make sure you hit the website. Make sure you fill out the form. Make sure you're following, like, subscribe, share. If you would like to subscribe, I truly appreciate it. If not, it's cool. You can just follow, regardless of what. As long as you are following any of the social media any of the social media profiles of Clocking Out, whether it's on Instagram at clockingout.com. I mean, Clocking Out Podcast, or on X, which is clock, the letter N, and then out, all one word, or on YouTube, Clocking Out Podcast. Same thing on Kick, Clocking Out Podcast. Same thing on Twitch, Clocking Out Podcast. Follow us, interact in the chat, send us a DM, interact to any of the posts related to this week's live stream or podcast episodes that you could qualify. You could qualify. Today, tonight is the deadline. I'm telling ya. I sound like fucking Cat Williams. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Emma, thank you for coming and kicking it with us on Kick. Everybody else, thank you for stopping by, showing some love, even if it was for a short period of time. I truly appreciate it. I know it's Friday. I know everybody could be out there chilling, hanging out. So I appreciate you even taking a second to come and kick it with me. It means the world. And don't worry, I'm going to bless y'all with a POAP. So make sure you go to again, clockitout.net. Go to the website. Go to the website, fill out the form. And I'm going to bless y'all wallets this weekend. I love y'all. Stay safe. Stay focused. Stay positive. Stay motivated.